Hello and welcome to the Tinker Cards video gallery. Today we'll be having some fun masking and creating a card similar to the topper that I got here. The difference we will be doing is rather than having the colour on the outside, we'll be putting it inside the frame. So in order to do this, we'll be working with the Font Expressions 2 stamp set by Stamplarations and the Floral Bliss stamp set by Stamplarations. So I'm just going to get these out of the way now. Just getting a piece of white card. I've already cut my masks and then we'll start stamping. So I'm using the Helenium, which I'm just going to stamp in pretty much into the center towards the bottom of my card. So about here should be right. That's that. And then next I'm going to mask it off because I want it in the forefront and the frame is supposed to be in the background. So I'm going to get my mask, just bear with me, I've got it already here. And that's going to go over my stamped flower and my frame, which is here. And I need to just ink that up, and I'm just going to stick with simple black. Of course you could emboss it with sort of like gold or whatever colour you would like. I just think the black does tend to work quite well, and I'm using Memento ink because I'm going to do some pro marker colouring as well. So I'm just going to try and get my flower relatively central and make sure that the frame is parallel to my edges. And I'm just going to quickly stamp. I'm taking this off now. And then what we'll have to do is we'll take the mask off and put the mask around the frame. So probably get some colour on the inside in between the two lines of the frame, but I don't mind doing that. So if I take this off, now whenever you cut a mask you always end up with your offcut. So this is a way of using the offcut to create yet another mask. So I've got to just try and pop it around. So I will have to put another piece up, put that up against it, because I only got like the very narrow strip on the side here. So I need to be quite careful with that. So I'll do that. I'll just get myself another post-it note, and that should hopefully do the trick. So I'll just pop that over here. And I tend to work for small areas rather than using a blending tool. I tend to use a baby wipe, so we'll be coming to that later. So first of all, I'm just going to quickly use some pro marker colouring for my Helenium here, and I'm not too bothered about being that precise. Anyone who knows me will know that I'm not the best of colorants, but it's pretty average, and I'll just do my bit, and I think it's okay. And with these sort of quite well drawn stamps, you don't have to be absolutely precise to add dimension because it's already in there. So you just pretty much follow the lines, and then you're done really. Just bear with me. It shouldn't be that much longer. And I'm not too fast with it. I'll get fully to the edges. That can just be some highlights because I'll be blending over it anyway, and that would slightly change the colouring of my brow markers and will make the pink a little bit warmer actually than the one that it looks like at the moment, as it looks like being at the moment. So I just follow the sketch lines pretty much, and where I've got where they're sort of more closely together, I just add a little bit more of my darker pink in to get the dimension that I want. And then in areas like around here where sort of it looks a bit much like a line, I just go over it again with the lighter one to just slightly blend that in a little bit more. Because what happens is with the alcohol markers, if you sort of go over it a second time, even with the same colour, it adds a slightly darker shade. So that's the pinks out of the way. And now I've got like two oranges, sort of honeycomb and burnt orange. And I'm starting off with the honeycomb up here. And I'm not going to draw that fully down, so I'll just do something like that. And then I come in with the burnt orange around here, because that's quite a bit darker. So maybe even do it a little bit dottily around there to blend the dots in. And then I'm coming over the edges again a little bit with the honeycomb, leaving a center bit for the highlight. And that's pretty much all. I shall be doing my stem a little later because at the moment I've got my mask going over it. So that should be it for the moment. So next I'm going to get my baby wipe, which is already been very well used for this sort of purpose. And I'm getting my pink, which the one I'm using here is Regal Rose, which is a Stampin' Up colour. And all I'll be doing is I'll put a little bit of a pink haze over and around my coloured blossom here. So what I tend to do is I always dab it off a little bit and then just, and really I'm not even putting pressure on this, it's just very, very light, almost like hardly touching to go over it. So that's that, and that's enough of the pink, I should think. And I'll be doing a little bit of blue and green. Let's do, and the green I'm using is Wild Wasabi, also a Stampin' Up colour. So I've got all sorts of colours on this particular tissue, so just a little bit of the green just around the bottom edge. Doesn't have to be much. Just a little bit to get in there to mimic some grass. Just going to pick up another bit more of the pink here from my craft sheet to go over. That's it. Yep. And can you see how it's warmed up the almost like a coolish pink that was there from the Pro markers? And then we're just doing a little bit of blue on the sky. Let's get the blue out, and it should be quite quick this here. Just a little bit of very quick colouring. just add something. I think I'll add a little bit more blue. And that's it for the moment. And I'm getting my inks out of the way. But the blue, by the way, was Marina Mist, again a Stampin' Up colour. So I'm just going to remove my masks here now. And get this one off too. So we'll end up with a nice coloured frame. So at this point I'm going to come in with the Pro marker to colour my stem. There you go, that's all that you need to do there. Just add a little bit of green here, that's it. And now I'm going to put the mask over my frame, and I just stamp the Helenium a couple of times towards the outside. In the meantime, the blended ink can dry, ready for me to overstamp with the sentiment in a little while. So I'm just going to pop the mask on. Of course, you can do this type of masking using it with sort of sprays or whatever. So you're basically using both of your masks, the positive and the negative, and you can sometimes get quite good and different effects with this. So let's just pop a couple of other blossoms on here. Step one. And two. I'll wipe my mat in a minute. And let's do another one here. And just a little bit on the side from here. That's that. Let me just pop that out of the way, so just for you to see again, because I need to wipe my mat at the moment. Just give that a quick wipe, because otherwise I'll be ending up having all the ink on my card, which I don't want to. Just let's get a bit of kitchen roll to dry it off. Okay. And then all that is needed to do is remove the mask. And oops, sorry, that wasn't meant to happen like that. Flying ink. Well, there you go. And then all we have to do is stamp the sentiment at the top and then layer it on the base card, maybe give it a doodle border. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish it off. So I'm just going to put my sentiment in here, saying you're perfect just as you are. Again, make sure that it's as parallel as you can get it to your to the edges of your card. And there you go. That's that. And just as a little reminder, my first piece of card that I showed you, my first topper. So you just got both. Here you got the colours on the outside, here you got it on the inside of the frame. So what I did when I did the colouring of the outside, I basically stamped the first Helenium, masked it off, stamped the frame, put my mask on. So I had two masks on, and then I stamped the other ones and did the colouring around it. And here I stamped the first one, put the mask on to stamp the frame, took the mask off my Helenium and put the frame mask around, which was the offcut from here, and coloured on the inside, removed my mask, and then just stamped the outer ones. So basically it's almost like a two-in-one type of card again, which I quite like to do. And you can see sort of how it's sort of, they do both look different depending on where you're going to put your colour. And of course I've got to frame the other way around. So that's it from me for today. If you want to have a quick look, the finished cards will be on the Stamplorations blog on the Spotlight feature for Tuesday the 11th of August. I should see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.